feel like being a K-pop stan and also loving games like Mortal Kombat and Final Fantasy set me up for this exact downfall. Okay, let's be clear. Hello, hello, hello. You have to excuse my voice because I am literally determined to get sick. This weather, my allergies, everything. It's not letting me live my best life. But regardless, I want to come on here and rant about 5 reasons I'm absolutely obsessed with Love in Deep Space. I did not mean for this to happen. And there's only one person, like 1.5, 2-ish people who I can rant about this, but it's the middle of the night, so I'm going to talk to you instead. And it's things that they already know. I'm newer than they are. And it's like I'm just now coming to these realizations and understanding how this is tickling my brain so well. It's burrowing itself deep inside of my brain, right? There's so many things about this game that is so satisfying. Unfortunately, screen time is atrocious. It's so bad. Screen time is ridiculous right now on 2 different devices. Get it together, Sade. Get it together. 5 reasons why I feel like I'm so down bad for Love in Deep Space. 5 reasons why it has me personally in a chokehold. Of course, there's a lot more things that could be said, and so many creators that I'm obsessed with on TikTok that do funny analysis that thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you to the TikTok lads community. Obviously, I understand that this is a gotcha game, that this is all one big tease / scam, but this is like one of the best though. Obviously, like, if you are going to be scammed by a game. Also, I want to put in this disclaimer, right? Because people are like, oh my God, y'all are so weird for spending money on there. Don't spend a bunch of money on there. You do not need to spend a bunch of money on there. You will have to grind hard, but you can avoid spending a ton of money on this game. But also at the same time, is it unusual to spend money on games? I feel like every single game is developing ways to lean into a gambling addiction. I talked to my mother about her deleting things like Candy Crush and Tetris and da-da-da-da, because pretty much all games have been introducing microtransactions. My real beef is games that you've already paid $70, $60, $100 for, and then they have microtransactions inside of it, and it's like, you play too much. You play too much. Things like 2K open up my eyes to this. And I know you're going to be like, K-pop stan, what does that have to do with that? What does that have to do with that? Actually, a lot. It's actually you're literally collecting photo cards and it has a digital template. I feel a little bit more guilty because at least my photo cards from K-pop, it's something physical that I can hold. Getting a photo card on there. Moving on. Listen, if you are going to be playing a gacha game and getting on this hamster wheel, at least it is sweet and enduring and about romance and relationships and building bonds through trials, tribulations, and overcoming obstacles together. Sorry, that's cute. That is so adorable. That is so adorable. I don't even want to focus on in my points how stunning they are, like how fine they are, how amazing their clothes are. Well, maybe I might touch on that. But more importantly, aside from like aesthetics, because the art is absolutely stunning, there are other things. The art got me here to try it, but let's talk about the things that are making me stay, that have me on the hook, okay? I am obsessed with the profile page and how social this is. Like, I'm not saying that there's not some other waiting rooms out there that you can't decorate with photos and that you can't show your progress throughout the game, da-da-da-da. I originally started to add people just to exchange stamina with them, but then I realized, oh, I can pull like a room raiders and go through and look at how you decorate the rooms. And anyway, them incorporating interior design into this game, whoever thought of that? You know what losers like me love. Oh my God. No, you do not. No, you do not have me in here designing rooms and aesthetics and a safe space for me, basically kind of designing a house for each one of the boys that I'll be visiting them with the spend the night bag. That's crazy. Whose idea was that? Whose idea was that? Come to the front, because that's crazy. And I love going and looking at other people's rooms. And also, I feel like it is so shady of y'all that you will only decorate your main's room. I have everybody's room decorated. I go and I see the default room. I'm like, oh, she don't care about him at all. That's so cold. That is so cold. I'm so obsessed with the setup, and I will put some photos up here of the photos that I selected for everyone to be able to see. My bio says I'm here for love and to friendzone Xavier. About the whole friendzone Xavier thing, it's not for the reasons that you think, like, oh, he's so old and boring and stale and dresses like a little schoolboy, Boy Scout situation. It's not even those things. He's automatically going to get put in the friend zone for me, even though I still do his dates, level him up, fight with him. First of all, love fighting with him low key. Wait, he kind of eats on the low. Like, he's really, really powerful. However, the reason why he will forever be put in the friend zone is because I'm too much woman for him. Like, that's the type of dude I would have absolutely strung out, absolutely sprung, absolutely outside of my window with the boombox, aggravating my neighbors. Like, it would be a problem. It would be a problem. I would make him start a red pill podcast. Like, he might start listening to Future and Drake and go like nosedive into inceldom after the after the painful rejection that he would receive from me, right? And it's like the problem is he won't like take the friend zoning, in a low key way. I would have to be blunt with him, and that's why there's going to be a crash out, okay? So that's why my bio says that I know my power, I know his mind. I already know. Little prefixes, suffixes thing. Mine right now is Silas's warm refuge. Wild. Forgive me for my sins. Number 2, I'm absolutely obsessed, low-key, that I can pick what nickname each one of them calls me. I didn't really think about using this function until I started to delve into Caleb and being absolutely annoyed that he kept calling me Pipsqueak. Like, worst nickname ever. Like, wrap it up. Okay, I knew we grew up together. It's a chop for me. And I was looking and I realized that you could choose and tell them what to call you. I'm not going to tell you what my nicknames are. I'm not going to tell you what I have each of them calling me. That's between me and them. But I love that function, okay? Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Thank you. First of all, I love those edits on TikTok where they're showing the different pet names that they have for MC and kind of like little romantic sweet things that they say to us. So to log in and see him at the cafe and him call me, that's thank you did that. Number three. Why am I so obsessed with this game? It is the first time that I've played a game that actually encourages me to be a productive human being. I've heard someone talk about this, like, oh my God, this game is gets women to like take care of themselves. Like, after you've been wallowing in bed or wallowing in depression or whatever. And Silas is like, did you eat something? Do you want to work out together? The quality time function is just like, and it's so crazy how promoting productivity and promoting, getting out, working out, studying, whatever, could actually have you hooked on the game even more. Because what game is encouraging you to get off your ass, get off your couch, get moving, be active, like literally rewarding you for checking in and taking care of yourself? I'm sorry, that's like unheard of to me. I've never seen that in a game before. I'm sorry, that's so cool. I love it. It makes me engage with the game even more because I don't always walk away after playing feeling like shit and feeling like I'm being unproductive. Even though a lot of times I am being unproductive. I would have had so much more videos up if I was not grinding right now. Okay? As we speak, as we speak, as we speak. However, I like that it encourages things like tracking our periods and, getting up and working out, or it's just very engaging, both in like active and passive way. There's ways to just come on here and vibe. And then there's times where if you want to battle all day, you literally can. You can get as overstimulated as you want to, or you can chill and be laid back as much as you want to. And that kind of blows my mind. I don't know. For number 4, and it kind of carries on with this same concept of what I was just talking about, where I'm like, there's downtime, there's calmness. It's not all battles. I mean, the battles are amazing. Listen, look at this. Look. Let me throw some footage in here. The battles are crazy. But
are you trying? When we gaze into the abyss.
I didn't realize how much I missed listening to audiobooks and how much I missed really talented voice actors until I got into this game. Until I started going on some of the dates or listening to the by your side kind of like podcasty date things. They're so laid back. They're so calming, right? They're so calming, so like sweet, so intimate. At first I was like a little jarring because I was like, Xavier, are you moaning in my ear? Wait, hold on a second. It's kind of crazy with the whole quality time in the gym with him. Titties bouncing is wild. Can I say titties bouncing on YouTube? I need to read the community guidelines. I just started this. Like, it hasn't even been a month actually posting on YouTube. So you'll have to forgive me. I don't know everything. Can I say titties bouncing? I need to read the community guidelines. I'm scared. Am I going to get kicked off in the first month? I don't know. Like, the audio podcasting thing just kind of blows my mind. It's so cool. The whole ASMR vibes, the sound engineering is fantastic on this, like the sound effects and different things that they incorporate into this game. So good, so good. But the sound design especially shines during the like by your side dates. And I did not think I would like those. I'm going to be honest. I was like, no, I don't want this. I want the dates, the regular dates where it kind of seems like a movie, like a POV movie, but I just slap on the auto and I'm just on the journey. I'm like, wow, this is so interesting. What a fun date, right? But I have slowly listen, Xavier, you threw me off at first, moaning and groaning in my ear. That was a lot. And at first I would just read them. But after a while, I started to listen to them and started to really enjoy them. I also like that you have control whether or not you want to hear MC's voice. I have MC's voice turned off because I'm reading along with the journey and I'm reading in my own voice. And then they just like respond to me. But also you can change her voice and find a voice that's comfortable and satisfying for you. You know what? Back to the rooms and decorating their different rooms. At first I was side-eyeing Silas. Like, why do you have this podcast microphone? What would his podcast be about? Don't piss me off. Number 5, my last thing.
Target has entered the containment zone.
Pursuing target.
Positions locked. Fire.
My last thing is particularly like the cut screen during the battles and the like wardrobe associated with the different battles is so fascinating to me. There's so much detail put into this game, and there's always new battles and new contests and new things consistently and constantly coming out. I always feel like there's something to do. There's something for me to engage with. That could be because I'm pretty new to the game, but I always feel like there's something engaging going on. There's something interesting for me to look at on the outfits and in the different transitions, and it's keeping me very, very, very engaged as a person who tends to get bored a lot. And just a bonus or a side note, the sound effects that play and like all of the different pop-up screens and the constant rewarding, it's a gotcha game, it's gambling, it's a scam. However, it's very satisfying sound design wise, and like engaging, and it feels like that dopamine hit at a casino, right? I'm just explaining why it's so addicting for me. Normally, I don't play these types of things and I don't do these types of things because I know I have an addictive personality, right? But whenever I'm winning something, whenever I win a battle and I get 6 things at once, I'm sorry, love it. Whenever I see on the activities list or whatnot the types of things that I need to accomplish and what I can do, I like systems like that lay out, okay, here's your clear set of goals. You get these 3 things done and you'll get this. You do this, you'll get this. I like really like simple reward systems like that and like really clear communication. I feel like I always can develop a strategy because what I want to win and what I'm working towards, because it has such clear instructions and such a clear reward system. I know, ridiculous. That just works for me and my little worker bee brain. I'm like, oh my God, see, I just need to do this, and this, and then I'm gonna get this. Or I just need to work on getting this, and then I'll ascend. If I do this, and I'll be able to advance that. Like, I just feel like I'm always working towards something. I'm always saving towards something. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was very random, but I wanted to vent about this. And yeah, thank you to everyone who got me into this game. You will pay for your sins, literally. And it's so crazy because I've tried to play games like this before. Like, I tried to play Obey Me. And he just came and went for me. So the fact that like I have been down in the trenches with this, the fact that there's so many different sub games, like whether you want to do claw machines or play cards or like Pac-Man, there's just all of these other sub games and subcategories and like different things that you're always able to find something within this game that you're interested in or that is tickling a different side of your brain. So y'all have me on the hook. All right, you got me. Yeah, thanks.
Love and Deep Space, I swear, was made to improve the health of women, specifically women who sit in their room all day and like read manga and play video games and watch anime. Because before I started playing this game, my health was at the worst that it had been ever in my entire life. But since playing it, I've started exercising with Silas on the quality time feature, and I've been great. But no, like my health was so bad to the point where I could not sleep because of how out of shape I was. And I remember at some point when I started playing the game, I was thinking like, rolling in bed and being like, oh man, like Silas wouldn't want this for me. No, like I literally remember being in bed and being like, oh my God, Silas would be so upset that I was self-sabotaging my health. And then I would be sad because he's sad. Yeah, and then when I went to the ER, which is a whole nother story, I remember thinking the whole time like, man, Silas wouldn't like this.